Uh, let's see. PJ's questionable for tomorrow. Lively is questionable. Davis is questionable. Kai's out. Exum's out. AD is progressing. He's doing well. I did court work today. Um, D Live continues to improve. He also did some court work. And that's it, I think, for medical. But with PJ, they're still evaluating, so we'll see how he feels tomorrow.
What do you think is just the biggest hurdle that you guys got to get over when it comes to turning the ball over, like you mentioned here in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, we talked about that in film. Fourth quarters we're 28th in turnovers, so we're turning the ball over way too many times. And if we're down, that puts a lot of pressure on our defense. And so we talked about how can we be patient. We don't have to force anything. And so hopefully we can learn from watching tape. We did some cleanup and stuff today, and we can be better tomorrow.
You at the beginning of the year you said it's not two timelines, it's one timeline. But Cooper's 18.
Yeah.
How much do you focus on his development, even if it's not necessarily, the best way to win that particular night?
Yeah, I think we all make mistakes, right? And so when you look at Cooper, Cooper is 18 years old, playing the game at a high level for us, and he's going to make mistakes as well as anybody else. Those are just teaching moments, just like we teach everyone else. It could be a veteran who makes a mistake. We're going to talk about it on film, how we can be better. But I think when you talk about Cooper's, just we're teaching him with film, we're teaching him on the floor, and then he's going to learn in game, and getting that experience is the best way to go about it.
What do you think putting a point guard on the floor basically all the time now is done, and not having him in that role has done for him?
Maybe it saved a little bit of the energy, for him to be aggressive to attack. But I think also just having him be the point guard will always, he'll respect whoever's the point guard of how hard it is in this league to play that position. But I think just understanding the defense, he's getting the top defender. If we were healthy, I think it looks a little different with Kai and AD on the floor. He has a third or fourth defender, and he'll be able to take advantage of that. Even though with the first defender, he's still being able to score and make plays for his team.
One of the plays from Coop last night was a big block on Booker. Just what do you think about his defensive playmaking generally so far?
Off ball is great. On ball is even, is very impressive. He's had a couple of those when guys are driving to come up with blocks. And so, again, he plays both sides of the ball at a high level, and we need that. And so, again, that block on Book was big time.
Could you talk about the energy that Musa brings to the game?
Yeah, Musa's energy in practice and walkthroughs is high. And so seeing him being able to rim run, defensively blocking shots, rebounding for us, changing shots is something that we need, and I think the team feeds off of his energy, and we need that.
Clay got the ball quite a bit last night. He's making his shots. Just how does that change you guys offensively?
Yeah, when he's making them, it's big because it gives space for everybody else, and we need him to make shots. And I thought he did that last night, ending on a positive. He's shooting the ball better as time is going here, and we need him. He took 16 of them, and so we need him to make them, and he's taking them.
Cooper mentioned that defenders are going to often go under against him. He shot off the dribble pretty well last night. Just how important is it in his development to keep making defenses pay?
Yeah, I think, again, we've talked about his IQ. He can read the situation. The defense goes under. That's a green light to shoot. And he did that, last night, being able to, defense goes under. His ability to read off the dribble is just as well as being able to catch and shoot. So we need him to continue to do that.
PJ Washington's averaging career high in big stat categories. What difference are you seeing in him this season?
I think just, his confidence is at a high. We're leaning on him on both ends of the ball, and he's up for that challenge. And so I think when you look at the things that he's doing on both ends, but offensively, just attacking and then being able to play make, I think he feels comfortable with the role that he's playing.
What are some keys against the Clippers tomorrow night?
Well, they have some injuries, but when you talk about Harden, he's one of the best, being able to find teammates, but also to score and shoot the three. Understanding the physicality of the team, and then Zubac in the middle. He's seeing more double teams this year than he did last year, but he's improved again, and he's a dominant center in this league. So we gotta keep him out of the paint and keep him from scoring, make it tough, and then we gotta be able to keep Harden out of the paint and make it tough on him.
Assuming you can hang on to the ball, how optimistic are you that the shooting, based on last night, is starting to perk up a little bit?
Yeah, I think if we can hang on to the ball, I think the shooting is starting to turn for us.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You got
Thank
any
you.
questions for us?
Oh yeah, have a seat.
I have a question for you. Last night you hit Dylan Brooks with a crossover and then the one-handed arm hang on the dunk. Some Allen Iverson moves to it a little bit. What about your game? Who did you watch early growing up, and how do you think your game's moving right now?
Well, yeah, Dylan Brooks is a cool friend of mine. I mean, we always talk trash, so it was kind of cool to have that kind of back and forth. Growing up, I mean, obviously Kyrie, Allen Iverson, Kevin Johnson, all those type of guards. And then as of lately, I just try to be as aggressive as possible, use my speed to my advantage, and make plays for everybody.
How are you old enough to watch Kevin Johnson?
Actually, they
VHS tape?
yeah, J Kidd and Beanie put me on actually this summer, so I've been tapped in this summer a lot, and still now. So,
So that was a part of your off-season work, and then also the defensive coverages?
Yeah, defensively, I just saw different things that I could be more aggressive. Like I said, using my speed, not only offensively but defensively as well. My natural instincts and stuff like that, and just knowing my size and people are gonna try to take advantage of that. So just playing mind games at that point, it's kind of hard to explain.
Well, I know Kyrie always says, like, be a student of the game, so is that something you're trying to do more of?
For sure.
Going back and watching those tapes?
For sure, that was one of the emphasis coming out of the season last year was to watch film, bring guys, call Kyrie and see what different things that he sees on the court, and then like I said, just watching older players as well to just mold my game.
Was it good to hear some loud defense chants last night in the fourth quarter?
Yeah.
How have you kind of approached this new role you have in the starting lineup?
Like I said, just being aggressive, taking the defense gives obviously is a different role than just coming off the bench. So I'm not really seeing things coming off the bench rather than starting. I really set the tempo and all that. So just a different responsibility for sure.
Regardless of when it is, how much are you guys looking forward to getting some reinforcements, whether it's AD or D-Lab or whoever?
We're looking forward to it. Those guys are getting healthy and can't wait till they come back.
What are your thoughts on Musa and how the energy that he brings to the game?
It's huge, especially as a two-way. I tell them all the time. The two-way is kind of hard because you're going to be bouncing back and forth, especially early in the season. And you just like that uncertainty of whether you're going to be in G League today or you're going to be in the NBA. So just being prepared as much as possible, relying on the guys that we got here, kind of just sharing what I went through last year.
What impresses you the most about the way when the defensive rebound comes, he's just sprinting up the court?
Yeah, it's crazy. I really don't even notice it in the game, but like watching film, it looks actually like sped up. But it's kind of cool though. We're going to need that. His energy is contagious for sure.
What stands out the most about Cooper's first 12 games?
Just how he's handling everything. A lot been going on the last couple of days, last couple of games. So just his professionalism, throughout this whole thing, and just being composed and knowing that we got his back no matter what.
What do you think about just some of the defensive playmaking from Cooper so far?
That's good. I mean, that's what we lean on him for. Not only offensively, but he does a lot of stuff for us on that end. Guarding the best player, making sure we get blocks, key plays. The other night he was guarding Giannis. Just little stuff like that goes a long way.
When you're running the offense, the pace of play seemed to just be really comfortable for you last night. Is that something that you've kind of grown into this season?
Yeah, for sure. This offseason, like I said, I spent a lot of time watching film where I can get better, relying on guys like Kyrie, obviously J Kidd, Hall of Famers at the guard position. So Anything I could do, like I said, to use my speed, use the guys that's on the team, use Clay, use the guys that has gravity to my advantage, I'll do that.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.